Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome to a new mini-series on the realm of inspiration, Embracing the Warrior Principles. The Elfian Warriors have 6 principles of stepping into your highest self and overcoming the negative polarity that are also principles of being a warrior spirit, a spirit that cleanses negativity, overcomes the lower polarity, and embraces their highest self. These 6 principles are kindness, truly harmonious connections, universal unity, divine tranquility, divine justice, and freedom or free will. So we are going to touch on all 6 of these, and each of the 6 principles have a group of beings of inspiration that work with those 6 principles that I will be channeling in each of the 6 videos of this mini-series. The first episode is connecting to kindness, embracing kindness. Kindness is the best word in the human vocabulary to describe what these Elfians do, but they do a lot more. And they work with the frequency of kindness that is also compassion, forgiveness, unconditional love, grace, and all of these things that help us eventually step into universal unity and truly harmonious connections, following that path that leads to divine tranquility, and then leads to us embracing our free will and stepping into allowing divine justice into our lives. So they're all connected, they're all interconnected in some way or another that truly helps us with our relationship with the polarity. These Elfians work with the polarity. They work with ley lines, imprints, and the polarity line. So they really understand what helps you overcome the negative influences and step into the positive light. So I'm going to channel and allow the kindness warriors to step forth and educate us a little bit more about kindness and how we can connect to kindness. Another new thing that you are going to notice in this mini-series is crystal connection insight. So I'm going to request from the Elfians to offer us up at least 3 crystals that can help us connect with each of these principles of being a warrior, how these different crystals can help us embrace the warrior energy, invoking the flame of truth and the tree of knowledge light with us. So asking them to bring forth at least 3 crystals that can help us with that in each episode of this series. As well, I just want to indicate that we do have courses on our website. I want to say that before I dive into this channeling, that there is giveaway opportunities and discount codes for the 3 courses on our website, and I believe in each of those courses there is an Elfian warrior that steps through at least in 2 out of 3. So there is a lot of teachings, one of the courses specifically, that comes from the Elfian warrior domain. So in honor of this mini-series and in honor of the end of this solar year, there is so much fun opportunities, and I will explain a little bit more about it at the end of this video, but I want to get into the connecting to kindness, and of course you can check the description below. You're gonna get these courses for such a good price and a giveaway opportunity. Amazing. So now that I got the the human things out of the way, let's let the Elfians step through, because there's a high chance of me forgetting these human things once they do. So I'm feeling a divine feminine Elfian warrior of kindness wanting to step through to offer us some insight into the frequency of kindness. So please step through when I've safely stepped back. Divine feminine Elfian warrior of kindness. Hello, beautiful beings. I am a divine feminine Elfian warrior of kindness. And the first thing I would like to do is offer my gratitude to you for taking the time to learn about the frequency of kindness. Now I'm going to explain what I do as a kindness warrior, and then explain the frequency of kindness, how you can embrace it, and then, like the communicator requested, give you crystalline energies you can connect with. So, First, as a kindness warrior, I work on the polarity line to help with the frequency of forgiveness, work with the light of forgiveness and bringing the light of forgiveness through. That is also something that universal unity and divine tranquility, as well as truly harmonious connections, warriors work with, as well as divine justice warriors. The forgiveness light is a very powerful light frequency that is a part of the warrior frequency, and it is prevalent in all forms of the principles of the warrior energy. But it is one that the kindness warriors like myself work with the most, because in order to be kind and love thy neighbor as you love thyself, there is a kindness aspect of it, and that comes from forgiveness. A lot of unconditional love starts as being kind and caring and compassionate, and it grows into being this unconditional loving energy. But to have that for all, forgiveness is part of it. And what I want to educate you all about is that embracing kindness means embracing kindness for all, and your kindness is not exclusive, it's unconditional. Meaning you might have to forgive people who hurt you, people who caused you pain and anger, and so many things that negatively impacted your lives. You're gonna have to forgive those people and still bring forth that kind, compassionate energy for the collective all. If you are harboring any resentment, any guilt, so there is a forgiveness of self to have self-compassion. But if you're feeling any guilt or resentment towards anyone, including yourself, there is a blockage in your ability to step into your highest self. And what our warrior principles are, how we determined these, how as a group, I am a pretty old Elfian warrior, and as us as a group of higher beings determined these principles and groups to divide into within the warrior domain, has to do with stepping away from the 7 deadly concepts, stepping away from the lower polarity, and stepping into the highest self, because that is our goal, and that is the goal of a warrior. The goal of a warrior and a warrior spirit is to step away from the lower energy and step in to the highest self. And our goal as beings of inspiration and the warrior frequency is to inspire you to step into your highest self. And one key way to do that is by embracing kindness and everything that comes with it. And one major thing that comes with it is that forgiveness, as well as unconditional love and acceptance. And one thing that humans tend to not allow themselves to accept is things that revolve the grieving process. So this is not a negative thing. The grieving process is actually very healthy and a process that is deeply connected to the phoenix energy and the energy of rebirth. The grieving process is also deeply connected to cards in the tarot, like Death or the Tower, encouraging rebirth and a fresh start through going through the grieving process and coming out the other end accepting the change that has already transpired. So another key aspect of kindness is acceptance, and acceptance of all things. Because when you are able to accept the way that things happened, accept and let go of that grief that's weighing on your chest, that's weighing on your heart, accept that you have lost things, accept that things have changed, accept things as they are, your heart is more open and free to express and receive kindness from others. It is more open for that unconditional love. Now, unconditional love is very much prevalent in the principles of universal unity and truly harmonious connections. But when it comes to kindness and the kindness that you express to others, that is the action that allows you to have universal unity and truly harmonious connections. And that does come from the fact that, or come from, what is the human word for this? It does come from the action. It comes from the action of kindness, but it also comes from the ability to accept the things that have happened and move forward with grace and kindness. So kindness is another word for the principle of grace. And grace and forgiveness and faith and all of those things are related to your ability to be kind. So if you're able to embrace faith and hope and grace and forgiveness, you're able to be a more kind, loving person to yourself and others. And a lot of things that do tend to block you from being able to do that come from not allowing yourself to move through the grieving process, come from not allowing yourself to forgive, and not allowing yourself to let go of resentment and guilt as well. But acceptance is a very key component of the warrior frequency, stepping into your highest self, and kindness. So accepting things as they are, as they happened, just accepting it and moving forward. It doesn't mean that things won't change if you're in a bad circumstance, but accepting it and moving forward. Okay, I accept this. This is what's happening. I'm not going to try and deny what's going on around me. So what can I do? How can I move forward? How can I step into the highest version of myself and then allow the world around me to change to match my new vibration? And kindness, the human term, kill them with kindness, is honestly a very... not a very nice term, but also a nice term. It kind of just kind of enhances and amplifies the power of kindness, and the fact that kindness is something that makes you become the bigger person. And I want you all to change the mentality of becoming the bigger person to becoming the highest self. Becoming your highest self. Because becoming the bigger person or being the bigger person in situations is embracing your highest self. And so instead of, I'm just going to be the bigger person on the situation, it's, I'm going to be my highest self. I'm going to express forgiveness, understanding, acceptance, and kindness, and compassion for what's going on in every situation in my life. So that is something that is truly important to do in order to step into your highest self and in order to prepare yourself for truly harmonious connections and universal unity. Know that kindness and compassion starts with your relationship with yourself and self-love, and then it expresses outward. And you're like, well, I love myself enough, and I'm just going to go and do these things and that. But if you're still carrying some things that you're not accepting, some things that you're not letting go of, if you're still feeling guilty for things, if you haven't fully forgiven yourself for things, you can't just sweep it under the rug. You got to bring it out, because if you don't deal with it on your own, you're going to start a relationship with someone, start a friendship with someone, join a situation, join a club, whatever it is. You're going to join something, and what you swept under the rug is going to come out. And it's going to be like, you didn't want to deal with this on your own when you had time to deal with it without other people involved. Well, now you're going to deal with it now, and it's going to come through these people. It's going to come through these situations. It's going to come through these circumstances. If you took the time to love yourself and be kind to yourself enough to be honest with yourself, kindness is honesty, it's truth. It is kind to be honest. If you are lying, even if you think it's sparing someone's feelings, you are not being kind. You are being dishonest. Honesty is always kind. You can express honesty in a kind and compassionate way, but make sure that you are telling the truth always. And your soul and your spirit guides and your guardian angels, they're going to be honest with you, and they're going to be kind with you with that honesty, but they're going to be direct with you and tell you, you didn't deal with this on your own. You didn't take the time to handle it. You thought that it was okay and you can sweep it under the rug. But now it's going to come through these other people and situations and things. And now you're going to have to deal with it. If you're going to want this relationship to work out, you're going to have to deal with it. If you're going to want to leave this relationship, you're going to have to deal with this situation. If you're going to want to move forward in any way, you're going to have to deal with what you swept under the rug. You're going to have to be kind to yourself. You're going to have to love yourself enough to move through this situation, accept it, and heal it. And kindness is another form for the healing frequency to influence the warrior frequency. Because when you are expressing that kindness for self, kindness is honest and it's true, and it's going to force you to deal with things that you didn't want to deal with. Because kindness isn't going to allow you to suffer. Okay? And that is also a huge component in universal unity and truly harmonious connections as well, is that not allowing someone else to suffer. And it is being kind and loving to someone when you don't allow them to suffer anymore, even if they're in denial, even if they don't want to listen to it, even if they're going to ignore and they're going to fight you on it and they're not going to want to accept it. It's kind to be honest, but do it in a way that is understanding of their circumstances and situations. And for you, when it comes to forgiving and loving yourself and being kind to yourself, you want to look at the situation, look at what you're trying to heal, look what you're trying to move on from, and see yourself with understanding and compassion. Okay, knowing I didn't have the resources in this situation. Yeah, it's a little embarrassing, but I still love myself. I understand it. Let's move through it. Let's heal it. What's the lesson? Let's forgive myself. And what's the lesson here? And when you use the lens of kindness, you're using the lens of forgiveness and of compassion and of love, and you are allowing yourself to truly understand why everything happened the way that it did. And that is the best way that your spirit team can be kind to you and give you love, is help you understand why things happened the way that they did. So I'm going to give you a challenge to do before next week when you learn about the next principle of the warrior frequency. I'm also going to give you some crystals to connect with per our communicator's request. So the challenge I want to give you is, how can you spend this next week each day doing something to be kind and loving and honest and true to yourself and to others. So first, wake up in the morning, have something in your morning routine where you're going to be kind to yourself. Is that being understanding of the fact that you're tired. You're tired. So what can you do to be kind to yourself and loving to yourself? Okay, maybe you can stretch. You can add something into your morning routine that's being kind and understanding and empathetic and compassionate over yourself, about your experiences. Maybe you can be kind to yourself by doing some journaling. Maybe turning off all noise, all technology around you and sitting in stillness for 20 minutes. Do something to love yourself, to be kind to yourself. And then when you go out into the world and you go about your day to day, do something to be kind and help someone else. And you are stepping into your highest self by doing that. You're stepping into your highest self. The whole goal of embracing these warrior principles and why we told the communicator to do this is because we want to help you embrace your highest self. And here are little things you can do to do that. And one thing can be doing something kind for yourself in the morning, doing something spiritually kind for yourself. So really helping you step into your highest self. So journaling, meditation, affirmation, something kind for yourself, where you're forgiving of yourself, you're loving yourself, and then do it for someone else. Try it for a week and see how your energy shifts. One of the first things you do in the morning is being kind to yourself. And one of the first things you do while going out into the world and connecting with other people is being kind to them. Do that every day for a week and see how you feel. And then let the communicator know. Let her know. The human way of saying this would be the comments. Comments, whatever that is. I'm hearing the communicator give me that word. Don't know. But let the communicator know. Let yourself know. Journal for yourself. And if you want to know more, obviously let the communicator know if you would like to any questions answered as well in regards to embracing more kindness, because I would love to step through again and give more education and understanding and inspiration in regards to kindness. So let the communicator know that so I can come back again. And even if you don't physically write it down in the comments, if you don't physically write it down, you can give that energy and then I'll come knocking at the communicator. Hey, I'm feeling this energy. I got to come through right now and deliver some messages. So you can do that too. Just set that intention. Now for the crystals. The crystals to help you connect with kindness. First is malachite. And malachite is connected to inner child healing. And a lot of things that block your kindness with yourself and with others come from the inner child wounds. So obviously inner child healing is the best way you can be kind to yourself. Giving some kindness and love to your inner child to let it feel free. And that also helps you step into your highest self as well. So malachite, the communicator asked for 3. So what's another one? My crystalline, Elfian elemental friends for kindness. Lapis lazuli. Lapis. Lapis is a very powerful crystal for connection with the throat chakra and the third eye. It helps with communication, communicating kindly, helps you seeing things clearly, and the little golden flecks are very powerful for connecting to the warrior frequency too, because the golden color is the aura of the warrior frequency, and all Elfian warriors as well. So lapis lazuli, and we are also looking at let's crystalline Elfian elemental friends help me with something that'll be easy for every single person to have. Those crystals help them connect with kindness. Tourmaline, black tourmaline specifically, or pink tourmaline. Black or pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline for the frequency of love and bringing healing and cleansing of anything preventing love, universal love, divine love, cosmic love into your life. And black tourmaline for cleansing and grounding into your truth. So bringing some grounding into your truth. And that is the most kind thing to be, is honest. And to step into your highest self, you must honor your truth and authenticity. So malachite, lapis lazuli, pink, and black tourmaline are the crystals for you all. And now I'll step away and allow the communicator to conclude this video for you all today. And that is my final message. So goodbye for now, and I wish you all the experience of embracing kindness. Whew! I felt like that elf was clearing things. Like, I felt for the collective that there is a lot of clearing of blockages, that we have so many reservations with being kind to others. We kind of are scared almost. What if this person hurts me? What if this isn't a safe person? Do I help this person? And embracing the highest self is not being afraid and helping from a place of love. And yeah, just overcoming that fear, because I can feel it when we're embracing kindness and we're letting go of the fear of the what if this, what if that, what if I'm trying to be kind and someone hurts me. If we let go of that fear, we're stepping into our highest self and we're just being authentically kind. That's kind of it. That kind of concludes this episode. Next week, I believe they're having me do Truly Harmonious Connections. Harmony. So that will be the video that comes out next week. Will be Truly Harmonious Connections. So I encourage you to connect to those crystals. I saw them give a challenge of embracing kindness. So I encourage you to do that as well. And ding, 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 I'm feeling the reminder coming in for the courses. So there's 3. There's home cleansing if you want to give some kindness to your home. There's protecting your energy if you want to give some kindness to yourself. And balancing your divinity if you want to give some kindness to yourself. Those 3 courses, every single person who signs up for one of those courses or all of those courses will be entered into a giveaway to come on Inspired Awakening. Inspired Awakening is one of the shows on this channel that I am looking for people to interview and people to talk to. So in that interview opportunity, you'll have an opportunity to come on and talk about your spiritual and awakening journey, as well as receiving a free live reading, or if you just have questions that you are dying to ask the Elfian realm, or whatever, if you want to ask from the Kindness Warrior, whatever Elfian, you just have questions you want answered, you will also have the opportunity to do that in that video. If you sign up for one of those courses, you will be entered to win that opportunity, and also those courses have discount codes that are in the description for you to be saving lots. Like one of them is just $10, one of them is just $5, and one of them is just $4 with the coupon codes in the description. So worth checking that out, and I will see you all next week with Truly Harmonious Connections. And I've done so many things with Truly Harmonious Connections, but they're more leaning towards the frequency of harmony, because that is truly what the Truly Harmonious Connection Warriors work with. All of the things that has come through in the Key to Truly Harmonious Connections videos. I'll have them be the videos that are recommended to you at the end of this video if you want to kind of get a head start on understanding the frequency of harmony. As it was a two-parter lesson that I did in person, but they kind of want to lean more into connecting and embracing harmony on its own, not just Truly Harmonious Connections, but harmony. So that will be next week. I'm feeling really excited and pumped and ready, because I'm also learning things as they are communicating through me. They bring things to my attention that I'm like, wow, I didn't know this. So excited for that. Sending you love, light, and inspiration. Stay inspired, and I'll see you next week.